everyone, so welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to take a look at ColourPop's Pretty Fresh foundation and their Pretty Fresh hydrating kit. So without further ado, let's get started. So the foundation, or I should say tinted moisturizer, comes in multiple shades. I have the shade Light 7W, and this is $14 on their website. So this is supposed to hydrate and moisturize your skin. It's a lightweight coverage for fresh, healthy looking skin. So we will see how that works. So I'm looking at their website, and their Pretty Fresh hydrating kit is sold out, but it is for $25. It comes with this hydrating mist, which I believe you could put before or after, or I should say before and after makeup. And we have this hydrating primer. Now the kit also includes this sponge, which is amazing. I haven't used any ColourPop sponges before, and if this is what they carry, this is an amazing sponge. It's so soft and it does puff up when you dampen it. So because this is a moisturizer, I'm gonna use this as a moisturizer but also a foundation for my face. That being said, I do not have any moisturizer on my face at all. So this is supposed to give you a very nice natural look. I'm not exactly sure what the finish is, if it's sheer, satin, matte, or whatever. In the bottle, it definitely looks matte, but we're just gonna go ahead and test it out. And this is a close-up of my face. I definitely have some dark spots going around, like the cheek area, under my eyes, on my nose. So we will see how much this covers. So this is one pump on the brush, and as you guys can see, I put it all over and it did cover the whole face. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with their sponge. Okay, so I just finished blending the foundation on the face, and it definitely has a nice natural finish to it. It has this nice glow to it as well, so it's not matte like it looks in the bottle. It's not going to cover much because it is a hydrating moisturizer, so it's not supposed to be medium to full coverage, but I do want to see if it does cover up a little bit more and if it gives me more coverage. So I'm going to put on another layer over this. Okay, so this is with 2 layers on, and this has given me more coverage. I would say it's medium, but not full medium, and it wouldn't give you full at all, but it has covered up more of the dark spots. Some of my red spots are still peeping through, like under my nose right here and a little bit on my cheek, but it's, you know, it's a moisturizer and it's supposed to be sheer and natural, and it's giving me that. Now I do want to talk about this sponge right here. This sponge is definitely a little bit smaller than the average sponge that I use. I use the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and this is smaller than that, so it was kind of hard for me to make sure that the foundation was blending everywhere, and it just wasn't covering as much space as I would like it to, so I kept having to dab several spots around the face. So just keep that in mind. The size of this could be quite inconvenient for some people. Wow, so I forgot to put on the primer, which is so bad on my part. The moisturizer did a good job without the primer, but it would have been nice if I could try this out. So you know what, I'm gonna take off one side of the face and put on the primer. So I did remove everything on the right side of my face, and right now is the perfect time to see the difference between my natural skin and the coverage of the moisturizer. So this is the side with the moisturizer on, 2 layers, and this is the side without any of the moisturizer. Okay, so I'm gonna apply on the primer. This is very liquidy. Smells like lotion, which I don't know, it could be bad or good. My face definitely felt moisturized right now. Now it does kind of leave this sticky residue, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna come down a tad bit. And there you go, that is 2 layers on my face. This side has the primer on, this side doesn't have the primer. I'm pretty sure you can go without the primer, but the primer definitely helps moisturize your skin even more, and that is good for people who have or who get super dry during the winter season. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face makeup. I'm gonna apply a little bit of concealer under my eyes just to get rid of those dark spots, do my eyebrows, maybe a little bit of eyeshadow, mascara, things like that, and I will be back. Okay, so I am back to give you guys my final thoughts on these products, the ones I used in the video. So let's go ahead and get started with the primer. So the primer definitely helped hydrate my skin. I like it, it feels nice on the skin, and I did mention that there's a smell, but it's not strong. So I don't think if you're sensitive to smell, it will bother you at all. You can probably use this without the foundation. You can mix and match with other foundations you love, and I think that will work. I think this is super awesome for the winter because you could really feel it hydrate your skin, and it is kind of thick. It leaves this sticky residue on your skin, but that makes the foundation kind of stick on easier, if that makes any sense. I will continue to use this and see how it works with the other foundations that I love, but overall though, I think my first impression of this is good. Now the foundation. So this is a tinted moisturizer. With the first layer, you wouldn't get anything heavy, so you wouldn't get medium to full coverage, but you get a nice natural finish, which will probably just cover a little bit of discoloration so you don't look so dead and zombie-like like how I did in the beginning of the video. If you do want like to build it, you can to medium coverage. Now this is a very surprising foundation because as I was finishing the rest of my face makeup, this literally turned matte on me and it gave me almost a full coverage, and I'm not gonna lie, it makes my skin look really good. So this is with just the 2 layers. I did not add any more to it, and it looks full coverage and it's like really matte. So if you're looking for something like that, I think that's good, but it could be a dreadful surprise for some people who wants just a very nice sheer coverage. It will turn matte on you. Now one thing I don't like about this foundation is that it leaves this sticky tacky layer on your face and it doesn't go away. So what I did was I used a powder and just put that all over the face, and that helped smooth out the foundation. It gives me this nice soft texture on the face. So if you want to get rid of the sticky layer, then go ahead and just powder up your entire face with a all over powder. Now after I finished the rest of my face makeup, I did use the setting mist all over the face, and this also leaves a sticky tacky layer on the face. Now I don't know why. It's probably because of the hydrating properties in these products, but I didn't like it at all. Like I didn't like it. You know, my hair was going to stick to my face and I just don't like that. It might even transfer to your clothes and your scarves if you're wearing like a turtleneck or something, so just be aware of that. Okay, so last but not least, we have the sponge to talk about. So I have already mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but the sponge is nice and soft. The size is what gets me. So this is definitely smaller than the Real Techniques sponge, and here is the Real Techniques sponge. This is the ColourPop sponge. You guys see there's a huge difference in size, and these are both wet and damp. So the only problem with the small size is it's gonna take a while for you to apply your foundation and blend it out. Now that's why I like my Real Techniques sponge, and I believe other sponges are around this size, so it makes just blending much faster. This one is very small. I would say this is more of a detailed sponge, but the quality is really good. It's soft and it blends out well. It's just the size I don't like. Alright, and that is all I have to say about those products. Now if I did miss anything out that I would like to talk about, I'll probably leave it down below. But if you can't find anything, and if I did not answer any of your questions that you have, then go ahead and leave it down below in the comments. This is my first impression. This is not a full-blown review. I haven't used these for a few weeks, a few days, and that is it. So if you did enjoy this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!